it's me, Charlie, and Abby. We are going to tell you about ourselves in a fun little form, because I thought, just telling people about ourselves is kind of boring. So I thought you'd, imagine me as some awesome person. We're going to answer truth questions that I found on the internet. So we're going to do that, and hopefully we can come up with some good ones. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. We'll read through them, and hopefully we can answer them in another video. So, here we go.
Alright, first question. What was the most embarrassing moment of your life?
That, no. The most embarrassing moment in my life. Gosh.
There's been
a lot of those. Yeah, there's been a lot of those.
I know it right off the top of my head. When I was in 4th grade, I farted in front of everyone. And every single person in the room heard it, and I was in class actually, and it was completely silent, and then I just totally ripped one, and it was so loud. Oh, that was the worst. Okay, Charlie, you go.
Okay, I got mine. So, mine's from preschool. Well, actually, it was preschool. So I went to this half-a-day preschool type thing at school, and there were 2 bathrooms. I mean, there was 1 bathroom, not 2 bathrooms, but it was do-sex or whatever. It's both people can go.
Unisex?
No, it's not unisex, because that means just one person. Ronnie, stop it.
Oh,
my
God. Whatever. It's just a two.
It's
all
both
person.
both genders. There we go. Both genders can go in that bathroom. So it was that kind of thing. And so I asked my teacher if I could use the restroom. She was like, "Oh yeah, it's empty." So I went in. I opened the door, and there's a dude in there peeing, and so I had to shut the door and run away. That's the most embarrassing time of my life. I think I trump you.
Fine. Alright. Alright, I call saying mine first.
Okay.
Describe the strangest dream you've ever had in your life.
Oh, I got this one.
Alright.
Strange dream.
One day, I had a dream that I was in a hot air balloon, and I was flying really, really, really high over this weird-looking forest that just stretched out for miles in, all directions. It was this, weird-looking forest with, twisty blue striped trees and stuff, and, orange, huge birds, and it was just weird. And the clouds were, green. It was weird. It was really weird. It was, really colorful and, weird.
The weirdest dream I've ever had.
Here we go.
Was a very weird dream. I actually, it happened last year, and I actually did a painting of it for a dream painting in art class. So, it was definitely had an imprint on me. I've had many weird dreams, though, so if you want to ask about those, I can tell you a whole story about those. But, anyways, so I appear in this world, and it's completely purple. It's a bunch of dark shades of purple, and it's barren, there's no plants or anything, and it's all rocky, and it's different shades of purple. It's really cool. And so I was walking down this little dirt path, and then I hear this, and I turn behind me, and there are 50-foot blueberry Pop-Tarts.
Oh, I remember when you told me about this one.
There are 50-foot blueberry Pop-Tarts walking behind me. And don't ask how I know they were 50 foot, because I just knew. And so they were walking past, and they almost stepped on me, but they didn't. So I started following them, and then all of a sudden they disappear. And then I hear, and it was louder and bigger, and it made the ground shake. And I turned around, and they're 100-foot red and green gummy bears. And it was and it was huge and gummy berry, and it was scary. And then I followed those down into a cliff, saw a tree. It had a really delicious apple, and I was like, I want to eat that apple. So I go to take the apple, and then this witch appears, and she's like, yes, eat the apple. And I'm like, no, I don't want to eat the apple now. You're going to poison me. She's like, join me. Come over here. So I go over there, and there's this giant hole, and then she tries to push me down, but I do this awesome move where I use her body, and I pull myself up while pulling her down, so she falls into the hole and screams into a black abyss. The end. Right.
Well, all right. Why don't we take a look at the next question? What is the meanest thing you have ever done in your life? Charlie is the queen of mean. All right.
Okay, I'm going to think about this.
I'm gonna think about this too. Let's see. All right.
Okay, the meanest thing I've ever done that comes on the top of my head. I'm sure I've done meaner things. Trust me. But the meanest thing that comes to mind first is when I was like five, and my sister was like 3. No, it was more like 7 and 5. Anyway, so she threw a hanger at me because we were having an argument.
Who? You never said who. Oh.
My little sister. Like I said, 7, 5. And she threw a hanger at me because we were having an argument, and I got really angry. And at that point, I was more mean. Way more mean. It was bad. So I took the hanger, and I swacked her on the thigh, creating a big hanger-sized welt. That, like a big hanger-sized welt on her leg.
That's pretty intense. Oh my god, what is the weirdest thing, or the meanest thing? Well, the meanest thing that comes to mind is in 6th grade, I made fun of someone because, God, what was this? Oh yeah. In 6th grade, I was making fun of this guy because he had glasses, and then people started backing me up, and then eventually he ended up getting a whole bunch of lunch from lunchtime on his head. Like, I literally took my lunch and put it on his head.
Okay.
That was, like, the meanest thing I've ever done, ever. I was such a bully in elementary school.
Okay. If you wake up one day and realize that you're invisible, what would be the naughtiest thing you'd like to do? Well, naughtiest, meanest, you know.
I would seriously mess with the preacher's head. The preacher at my church, I would mess with him so bad. I would go to the church, I would oh my god, while he was giving his sermon, I would totally slam doors and open Bibles and stuff. I would freak him out.
We have a friend named Molly, this is mine now.
Oh my god.
And she can talk, well, she says she can talk to ghosts and communicate with them. So I would go over to her house and totally crap with her. I would become a ghost, and I would slam doors and stuff and pull her hair, and it'd be so funny because then she'd come to the school next day and be like, oh my god, and I'd be like, ah. Anyways, let's do one more.
Alright,
and then we'll do a normal one where we introduce ourselves actually and tell who we are and what we do and who we are and what age and stuff like that. So we'll do that next, but this is just what we thought it would be fun. Anyways, come on.
Alright, what is the worst gift you have ever received?
Worst gift I've ever received. Okay, the worst gift I've ever received,
I have a good one.
An empty box. I got an empty box, and it was a play on, I don't know, Jack Frost, you know, when they're sitting around the table and don't have any money, so they pass around this empty box, and they go,
yeah.
It's just what I always wanted, a Christmas delight. So that's kind of what I got.
Alright, mine totally, tops yours, okay? I had this boyfriend, right? And he worked at the Sonic, okay? And then, right before Christmas, we broke up. And then, from my grandparents, I get a gift card to Sonic.
But that sucks. Okay.
Fate is making fun of me!
Question. What is the meanest thing you've ever done?
Exactly.
Leave it in the comment section below. Like this video. Subscribe. View our other videos like them. Be an awesome person, because I know I am. No, that's a lie. Anyways.
I keep yawning. I've yawned like 5 times during this video.
Anyways, adios. Bye-bye.